This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Mr. Bertone. Yesterday we got that huge news about Gavin Mckenna and how he's officially heading to Penn State next season. Now the move is huge for a number of reasons, so let's dive deep and break down what all this means. First and foremost, it's a big win for Penn State, as they're getting arguably one of the best NHL prospects of this generation. And if you don't believe us, just look at the fact that Mckenna outproduced his cousin and fellow generational talent Connor Bedard in a season before they were draft eligible. And especially when you look at points per game, Mckenna was a lot better. But for as positive a move as it is for Penn State, it does raise some interesting questions about the future of junior hockey. A big catalyst for this move was a new NCAA ruling from June of this year, which officially allows colleges to directly pay their athletes. And according to Emily Kaplan of ESPN, an extremely generous six-figure offer likely played a role in the move going down. So with players now being able to make serious money in college hockey, are other players going to follow suit? Well, according to our own Craig Button, not exactly. Sure, some of the top guys might make the jump, which we've seen from some first and second round picks from the last few years, but as Button notes, most of the guys that have made the switch aren't in the same position as Mckenna, but instead are guys that are already drafted or are average players. Button also adds the CHL has done a tremendous job in player development. And unless that changes, the CHL and Canadian junior hockey should be just fine, even if they do lose the occasional generational talent like Mckenna. But either way, it'll be interesting to see what other dominoes fall because of moves like Mckenna's to Penn State. To Formula One, and we have some huge news this morning, as Red Bull has sacked friend of the show, team principal Christian Horner. Horner had been running the show at Red Bull since 2005, and under him, Red Bull had won 8 drivers' championships, including 4 straight by Max, and 6 constructors' championships. An unbelievable run. Now, the news today comes with Max currently sitting in 3rd place in the driver's standings, and the other Red Bull driver, Yuki Tsunoda, all the way in 17th. They just can't seem to figure out that second seed. And as a team, they're sitting 4th in the constructor's standings. Now, with rumors flying about Max and Mercedes, we have to wonder, is this happening because Max is leaving? Or now that Christian Horner is out, Max is more likely to stay? Well, good news, Tim Hauraney will be around later in the show to answer those questions. And speaking of Max, he did take to Twitter today posting a picture of him and Horner hugging, with a caption saying, "From my first race win to 4 world championships, we've shared some incredible successes, winning memorable races and breaking countless records. Thank you for everything, Christian." And since Max is sharing a photo, I want to share one too. Now, in this photo, you can see that I'm wearing my track pants a la Sporty Spice, wanting to give a nod to the Spice Girls because he's married to a Spice Girl. That was the only Spice-related thing I could bring to the interview, though. Time now for my favorite segment, and yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And this segment loves senior citizens, especially when balling out in the 85-plus league. Balling out in the 85-plus league. I don't know if that statement is true. How can you ball out in an 85-plus league? Well, we're about to find out. That guy was amazing. That's someone's grandpa. And if you think that's all we have, you're wrong, because here's more senior citizens balling.
Here we go. 3-on-2, baby. 3-on-2. Take your time.
Sir, where is this league? I need to go to every game. When the big racing news happens, we put on our Tim Hauraney bat signal, and look who arrives. Tim, great to see ya.
Hey, thanks very much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it. I don't feel like Batman today. However, it would be nice to be Bruce Wayne with all of his money.
Yeah, same, Tim, but listen, you're rich in friendship. Okay, Tim, Christian Horner is out at Red Bull. What does this mean for Max and Mercedes? Following today's news, is he more likely or less likely to stay at Red Bull?
Christian Horner was the CEO, team principal of Red Bull Racing's that first line of defense when it comes to contracts, deals, business. He was a big part of putting together Verstappen's deals, so he knows the ins and the outs of them. Now that he's not there, does it make it easier for Max Verstappen to leave? I think that's one of the questions I've been asking myself, and I think it actually probably would make it easier for Max to just pick up and leave Red Bull Racing. However, there are out clauses that lawyers would be involved with, and who knows what those are. We still don't know what exactly Max Verstappen's out clauses are. Could I see him leaving for 2026 to go somewhere else? It's possible. Anything is possible, but I still don't see it happening. I could see something like 2027, maybe, but again, all speculation at this moment.
Okay, so where does Red Bull go from here then?
Well, Red Bull Racing has brought over from Racing Bulls Laurent Mekies. Laurent Mekies was Racing Bulls team principal, did a great job of turning them around. Now he's the team principal of Red Bull Racing, and we'll see if he can be the voice and the leader, something that's been, lacking within the Red Bull garage and technical department for a little bit of time now, because they've had so many big names leave the team that it does need some restructuring. He is a technical mind, Laurent Mekies, and I think he's going to be a good fit for them.
Okay, real quick, Tim, talk about the legacy of Christian Horner and just how important he is to the sport of Formula One.
Yeah, I mean, Christian Horner's resume is absolutely, stellar. I mean, he really built Red Bull Racing into the empire that it is now. 21 seasons at the team, 124 race victories, 8 drivers' titles, 6 constructors' championships. I mean, I bet he's probably fielding calls from other teams, starting, maybe even tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe even the next few weeks. If I'm a team owner at another F1 team, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd probably have a conversation with him to see where his head's at, and if he wants to come back into F1, there's no question about that.
Timothy Hauraney, a pleasure as always.
All right, thanks very much for having me, Marissa. Really appreciate it. Thanks to producer Chris as well.
That's it for me today. We'll see you back in a row. Thanks for No Pacific. Have a good one.